Building a healthy relationship is not about finding the right person. It's about becoming the right person, choosing correctly, and not losing yourself in the process. So, today I'm going to share 3 steps that changed how I approach love. Can you answer this simple question? What does healthy even mean to you? You see, with passing time, we are gaining experiences, our personality is changing, our understanding of love is changing. So, the most honest answer is we don't fully know yet. But that does not mean we can stay clueless. We need to start paying attention now. When I was a teenager and I was looking for healthy relationship tips, I was told to write down my standards. But I couldn't write them. There were too many things and I was overwhelmed. So let's simplify it. We are not focusing on looks, money, heights, gifts. No, we focus on behavior. How does he act when he's wrong? How does he correct you when you're wrong? Does he respect your goals, your time? Does he take responsibility? How does he handle conflict? Imagine you make a mistake and someone not only corrects you but also disrespects you. How would he handle that? If he stays silent and lets you feel small, that's information. A man who wants to build a life with you protects your dignity. He does not have to fight everyone, but he has to make sure you're not left alone in an uncomfortable situation. That's a standard. And standards are not about being picky, it's about protecting your peace. It might still feel overwhelming, so let me make it even simpler. I'm going to talk about 3 layers of standards to make it organized for you. Layer 1 is not about preferences, it's the foundation, and you cannot compromise layer 1. When you're in a relationship, you should never ever tolerate disrespect. You must feel safe physically and emotionally. No manipulation, responsibility, accountability, and willingness to grow is non negotiable. He can disagree, he can be upset, but he cannot shame you. He cannot insult you. He cannot abandon you. Now, this is for the teenagers. Jealousy is not love. Mood swings are not passion. Possessiveness is not protection. Hot and cold behavior is not attraction, that's instability. Layer 2 is personal and very important. It's about compatibility. For this, you need to understand yourself really well. Not change yourself, understand yourself. What kind of person are you? How do you see life? How do you treat people? What kind of life you want to build? Because if you don't know yourself, you won't fully know who fits with you. Maybe you're someone who values growth and discipline. If the person you choose only wants comfort and has no direction in life, that's not alignment, and that is going to create only constant conflicts. Compatibility is not about finding someone identical to you. Sometimes differences are good because they balance you, but the core value of life must align. This includes spiritual compatibility. What direction is his life going? What does he think about life, values, purpose? Emotional compatibility. How does he handle emotions? Does he communicate, shut down, or explode? Mental compatibility. Do you respect how he thinks? Can you both have meaningful conversations with each other? Lifestyle compatibility. What kind of life do both of you want to live? And yes, attraction matters. You can't build a life with someone just because they are a good person. You have to genuinely feel attracted to them. Compatibility means your lives can actually move in the same direction. Layer 3 is about preferences. These are the small things that make the relationship good for both people. This is where your personal likes comes in. Maybe you like romantic gestures. Maybe you like calm and stable relationships. Maybe you like teasing relationships or deep conversations. And the important thing here is mutual efforts. What do you like? What does he like? Are you both willing to give each other those things? For example, people have different love languages. One person may show love through actions, helping you, solving problems. Another may show love through words, reassurance, texting you, compliments. Neither is wrong, but you have to communicate about it as well as adjust accordingly. You cannot compromise layer 1. Layer 2 should mostly align naturally. But layer 3 is where couples learn each other and improve the relationship through compromises and communication. Love is not cosmic destiny. Love is accumulated behavior, respect, safety, compatibility, consistency, attraction. They all lead to love over time. Sometimes life will give you options that don't fully align with your standards. Most people settle when that happens. You need to make sure you don't. Become the kind of person who can sustain the relationship you want. It's easy to ask for a high standard partner. It's harder to become someone who can sustain the relationship you want. Your standards must come from a healed place, not trauma. If your nervous system is used to chaos, only chaos will feel exciting to you. If you grew up around silent treatment, shouting, or instability, calm love might feel boring to you. You will reject healthy and chase drama. If your standards are based on fear, insecurity, or ego, you will push away good people. For example, if you say, I want someone who texts me every hour or else I feel unloved, that's not healthy standard. That's anxiety. If you say, I want someone who never talked to any other girl, that's not protection. That's insecurity. But if your standards come from self respect, they sound different. I want someone who communicates early. I want someone who doesn't humiliate me. I want someone who respects my goals. That's healthy. When your standards are based on emotional maturity, they filter out the wrong people. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you tolerate, and you keep what you're ready for. If you want someone emotionally stable, are you emotionally stable? When you're upset, do you communicate or do you shut down? Or do you post indirect stories hoping they notice? If you want someone loyal, are you loyal or do you entertain attention from people when you're bored? If you want someone who respects you, do you respect yourself? If you want a man who never disrespects you, you need to become a woman who never tolerates disrespect. That means no laughing off when someone insults you as a joke. No excusing red flags just because he's attractive. No staying silent just because you want to avoid conflict. I'm not saying fight everyone, I'm saying acknowledge it. When something feels wrong, admit that it's wrong. If you want movie type love, you can't be emotionally unavailable. If you want loyalty, you can't play games just to test him. If you want honesty, you cannot lie when it's convenient to you. If you block him just to make him chase you, that's a game. If you flirt with others to make him jealous, that's a game. If you ignore him to feel powerful, that's a game. Healthy people don't stay in games. You have to embody the energy of the relationship you're asking for. And you don't get healthy love by being good enough. You get healthy love by valuing yourself. High quality relationships require emotional discipline. You don't text 20 times when you're anxious. You don't explode when you're triggered. You don't threaten to leave every time you're upset. You regulate yourself. And yes, this takes time. You don't wake up 1 month later as a completely healed person. You practice. You practice boundaries. You practice saying no. You practice walking away. You practice loving yourself on normal days, not just on good days. Growth is boring, it's repetitive, it's uncomfortable. But that's how healthy standards are built. Raise your standards and then raise your capacity because high quality relationships are built by two emotionally responsible people. Build a life so full that love becomes a bonus, not a rescue. You can have standards, you can be emotionally mature, you can be aligned with a healthy partner, but if you're desperate, you're going to sabotage everything. Desperation is quiet, it does not always look dramatic. Sometimes it's over giving, over forgiving, over explaining, over staying, canceling your plans just to be available. accepting apologies without change of behavior, or ignoring your intuition just because you don't want to start all over again. When you're afraid to lose something, you start shrinking yourself. You become less honest, less expressive, you become less yourself. And here's the most dangerous part of being desperate: you are very likely to attract someone who does not choose you, they need you. There's a difference. Someone who chooses you wants you, someone who needs you depend on what you give them. They stay because you comfort them, because you boost their ego, because you're always available. That's not love, that's emotional dependency. So, what does live like you'll be single forever actually mean? It does not mean you will act cold. It does not mean you will reject love and say, I don't need anyone. It means plan your life, build skills, build friendships, take care of your health, have dreams that don't require a partner. Because your life should not pause while waiting for love. If you cannot sit alone peacefully for a season, your standards will collapse under loneliness. If your only source of happiness is one person, that's not love, that's pressure. When someone enters your life, they should complement it, not complete it. And when you live this way, your energy changes. You don't chase, you don't cling, you don't accept crumbs. If he leaves, your goals don't disappear. If she leaves, your identity doesn't collapse. If the relationship ends, your life still keep moving forward, because losing them does not mean losing yourself. That's detachment. Detachment is self trust. It's knowing I want you, but I don't need you to survive. Wanting love is human, but needing someone to fix your loneliness is dangerous. When you remove desperation, you attract people who stay because they value you, not because they need you to fill something inside of them. And if they leave, you're still whole. Thank you.